The Great British Bake Off.
Oh, a million times better.
Matteo would win that.
Thank you.
Worst cooks in America? I would win that. Nailed it. I would win that.
Welcome back to another episode of I Never Liked You with Matteo, Lane, and Nick Smith. And today's episode is, could we win that reality show?
The answer is always going to be yes, and I would win over you every time.
No, you wouldn't.
You know you're too emotional and gullible.
Okay, Nick.
And I'm a cold-hearted snake.
Yeah,
She's
but Nick, if there's okay, with certain reality shows like Big Brother, you would do better than me.
100%. Survivor.
No, Survivor, you would absolutely not do better than me. Nick, you can't walk down the street with a pigeon flying by you without you having a panic attack.
You won't stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean that I can't swim and I can't be out in nature.
I think that is what
you
that means.
You can't cook, you don't clean. You can't. You don't do diapers. You don't do stories. You don't do.
I would be better.
Nick, no,
TV
you would not.
For Survivor.
We'd be equally good TV for different reasons. I'd be the white girl in the rain, being like, I didn't think it would be this hard, and you would be you'd be voted out so quickly.
I wouldn't be voted out because they wouldn't want to get rid of me. They'd
Nick,
be like, well, you're
what
not
do
gonna
you
make
think
it.
you could? Okay, so what do you think?
Big Brother, I would win though.
Big Brother, you would. I'm just saying right now, you would do so much better in Big Brother than me because I am just too emotional. Like
Now,
I cried at Folgers coffee commercial.
Amazing Race.
All right, do you want to go through my list here?
Well, okay, so real quick, Nick, I am, and by the way, if anyone from the Amazing Race is watching,
yes,
put us on
the show.
They just filmed a new season apparently.
You and I would be. How does it work in the Amazing Race? Like
I don't know.
per
in terms
episode
of what? What do you mean?
Well, like I don't really understand it the same way you survive. Like, could we be eliminated in the first episode?
Yes.
Oh, then that's great. Let's do the Amazing Race.
Yeah.
I just want to do it to laugh. I want to see.
They're not going to want to hear that.
Yeah, they do. I want to see Nick in Tibet.
We're winning.
Winning. Nick, you could not win the Amazing Race. You couldn't
If
do
you
a hike.
produce the Amazing Race, please cast us. We promise your ratings will benefit.
Be boosted for one episode.
They will benefit.
Yes.
Who would lose their passport within the first 6
Nick.
hours?
No, I'm good with stuff.
No,
like
you're
that.
not. I fly every single weekend.
I'm good with keeping and double checking and all of that. It's all the other stuff I would do terrible at.
Okay, but we're equal in this one.
Who would yell directions or pretend to be chill while sobbing on a tuk-tuk in Thailand?
He would sob.
But you
And
would also be panicking.
I would be yelling, but probably the wrong thing.
You'd be screaming, and you'd also be like, "What was that? Oh my god, I'm being. What is that? Oh my, it's so hot.
I
Is there air conditioner? I need a Diet Coke. This is ridiculous. My back hurts. How do I?"
Any country we went to, I
Nick,
would offend them in some way that I didn't mean
old
to.
apartment, you couldn't walk up 6 flights
Well,
of
they're not
stairs.
having us walk up 6 flights of stairs.
They're having us hike on mountains.
No.
Running to your
I
next
thought it was all in like cars and stuff.
I think you're mistaking it for James Bond. You're literally thrown into the wild, going through rivers.
No.
Going on
Rivers?
yes.
You've never watched a show then, huh?
You've never seen
I
it?
did when it first came out, but I don't remember.
don't-
I just remember them in like cars and tuk-tuks
this
and
isn't-
planes.
No, Nick, it's like they're
it's not
like,
the
okay,
same.
this is the jungle, and you guys have to make your way
Are
through.
we given a guide?
No.
Well, we
I
don't
think
speak
so.
the language.
Well, I think they have someone for that.
Okay,
also
because
am
I
not.
don't speak the language.
You don't speak any languages. You said that as if like
That's
you
what
speak.
I'm
I
saying.
speak
I would
Romanian,
end
but
up
I don't speak.
offending them in some capacity.
All right. How would you guys fare on the traitors?
Now hear me
I
out.
would do well in the Traitors. You would not.
We have, first of all, we have actual proof that you would not do well. We played Mafia like 100 times in Mexico. Nick was voted out every time.
Because we were playing
And
with
not-
our friends.
And not
you...
only that, when I say the look of guilt on his...
No, you're not explaining it right.
The look of guilt on his face, and then the one chance he got to be a traitor, and we didn't know, he killed off all of us so he could survive. Nick was horrible. He had terrible defenses. I was 1,000 times better than you.
No, first of
I
all-
even tricked Bob.
We were playing with only friends, so they thought it was funny to vote me out first every time, whether I was a traitor or not. Also, the first game, I didn't even know what Mafia was. They didn't explain the rules to me.
Calling Bob the
so
drag
of
queen
course
right
I
now.
got out first because I didn't know. But on the show with strangers, I would do well. You would do poorly because you're too gullible.
For traitors?
Yes!
No, I am not gullible. I would be if I'm on a show where I know I'm supposed to be suspicious of people, it's a different story though when my friends lie to me and gaslight me like you.
You would like when strangers lie to you and gaslight you.
I'm calling Monet right now.
She wasn't there.
Doesn't matter. Monet knows us better than anyone.
Monet knows nothing.
Monet knows.
She knows nothing.
Monet knows.
Call has been.
Okay, well,
They
one
don't
of them
like
is going
us.
to call us back.
I would do better at the Traitors.
No, I would do better at Traitors.
Innocent or the traitor?
Okay, Monet, you are on the podcast with me and Nick.
Hi, I'm at the gym. I'm running.
She.
Oh my god.
Who would do better at Traitors, me or Nick?
Oh my God, Nick.
How and why?
Because Matteo, you are a pure-hearted, kind, good, sensitive, sweet person. Nick is a sadistic psychopath that will go on Traitors, lie, cheat, steal, kill to get whatever he wanted.
You don't think that I'm pure-hearted and kind?
No. Not by any stretch.
This is why you weren't invited to Mexico. I hope I get cast on Traitors, and I hope you're in that house, because guess what? You're going home.
Oh shit, Nick done got 100,000 followers. He said, I'm going to be on.
Okay, I'll let you go, Monet. I love you so much.
Goodbye.
Bye. That is too fucking
See,
funny.
I would win.
Not Monet being like, you're too pure-hearted and good, and Nick is sadistic and evil.
If you could go back in time.
I'm telling you, I'd be good at that
Okay,
show.
we've got
Put
proof
me on
you're
the
not.
show.
If we could go back in time, and then we'll go back to this. If we could go back in time and you could appear on any reality show or competition from like the early 2000s and all of that, which would you want to do? I would want to be
Flavor of Love.
I was just gonna say I would want to be one of
the
Flavor
the
of
women
Love.
in Flavor of Love.
So
Yes,
bad.
I would love to be one of the women on Flavor of Love. I would love it.
There's no greater reality show.
That is the best. First of all, New York.
New York.
Tiffany.
There's no
better.
better reality TV villain than New York Tiffany Pollard.
Bob, you are on the podcast.
Okay.
Who would?
The answer is if it's bad, it's Nick, and if it's good, it's
You don't even know the question.
We're talking about reality shows. If Nick and I were both on Traitors, now remember from playing Mafia in Mexico.
Don't lead the witness.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matteo. Nick would crush you. I'm sorry.
Why?
Nick would level you.
Why?
Even if Nick was a faithful, he would still be a villain.
Thank you. Monet said the same thing, and Matteo still can't come to
I
terms with it.
think I would do really well.
At what?
Nick's entire life, first of all, whenever he talks, he sounds like he's lying no matter what. He's always up to something sneaky. Nick is sinister. I'm starting to think that Squidward was based on someone who went to middle school with Nick.
I'll have you know, when Bob brought me into this group,
Yeah?
it was as a traitor. And I will eliminate each and every one of you.
We're standing around the fire pit. Nick, reveal, are you a traitor or are you a faithful?
Okay, I guess I'm wrong. I thought I would do well. You and Monet both said I would not.
But to be fair, Kennedy would be both of you in Drag Race.
Bye, I love you. So fucking.
I would do better than you in Drag Race.
I would do better than you in Drag Race, Nick. I
Why?
can
How?
assure you. Snatch game,
Okay, one category.
singing challenges,
I have 2 degrees in singing.
comedy challenges.
Just as, if not funnier. And I stand by it. Please watch my special on Hulu. Out now.
I think I would do better. Now
My looks
You can
would
walk
be
in
better.
heels better, but Kimchi was never in the bottom 3, so there's a place for me.
My looks would be better.
Stop right there. Your looks.
Acting challenges, I
no,
would be better.
I would. I've acted in movies before. I would do better than you.
Singing, the musical, I would do better. Improv, I would do better.
No, you would not. Let's do improv right now.
Okay. Chris, give us a scene.
1 second. I am pulling up a random.
There's literally the
improv
only thing you
scenario.
would win is Snatch Game over me.
No, in comedy.
We would tie.
And singing.
I sing.
What? And I don't
Just
sing.
because you could do a whistle note doesn't mean that you're better.
It does, and also
It doesn't.
I sang at Carnegie Hall with Nadine Sierra.
Yeah, me too.
You did not sing at Carnegie Hall.
All right.
Okay.
Your prompt is a family booking a vacation to space.
Okay, you start first. Ready? Go.
Who am I and who are you?
Well, it's improv. You pick who it is.
I'm the mother.
Okay.
Okay. Larry.
Who are you?
Larry, the neighbor got loose again.
Do you remember you, me, and Kim? I would always do it. No matter what the prompt was, I would just say, "Who are you?"
It's also like the scene in The Office with Michael Scott. He'd just be like, I have a gun. I'm like, you can't.
Also,
say that.
Christy Cello and I, when we try and do improv, she goes, "Well, because of my sister." She always ends on that. Okay, fine. So I think I'd do better in Drag Race. That's my opinion.
You wouldn't. And
Yes, I
that's
would.
Period. I just heard that FX has a new original comedy coming out called Adults, which, after checking out the first episode, feels all too familiar. Adults is a comedy that will feel relatable if you ever find humor in the struggles of being an adult in 2025, which I'm sure most of you do. You know, like remembering your full social security number. I should call my mom about that, actually. Or to drink water, or perhaps having your third existential crisis of the month or the week. It's such a well-written and well-acted show, and it's a young adult comedy really highlighting what it's like being a young adult in this climate. If you know, you know. And after you watch, you'll know. Best part is that all episodes will be ready for your next weekend binge. Watch FX's Adults Wednesdays on FX. All episodes now streaming on Hulu. What are you waiting for?
On to the next show. The Great British Bake Off.
Oh, a million times better.
Matteo would win that.
Thank you.
Worst cooks in America? I would win that. Nailed it. I would win that.
The Real
I should be on Worst Cooks
Housewives.
in America.
Nick would be much better as a Real Housewife. You don't win that show, though.
What city would you want to do?
New York.
Yeah.
New York. And I would
Dominate.
be
Nick would absolutely dominate.
great at it.
That show, I would cry at.
Oh, you wouldn't make it past the first episode. You'd be like, I can't do this. You'd be
I can't even watch
demoted to
the
a
show.
friend
It's too
of.
stressful. And I'm doing Andy Cohen's show Monday, and I don't even know what to say. Because
All right.
I'm so stressed out by the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too sensitive.
America's Next Top Model.
Me.
Ooh. Why?
Because I know how to pose. I don't.
Nick, they took these women. Put them.
With a gong.
They
put
one
it
time,
in a ball.
they one
Horse.
time made them walk on water that didn't balance, like the floaty toys, and the three of them just collapsed. And Jay is like, "You're not serving!" Like, this is
They
torture.
did an entire episode where they changed their race. They put a girl in not just black face, black body.
Oh, God. And Tyra stands by it. I met Tyra Banks.
She doesn't actually stand by it.
No. She even said it to me. She was like, the shit that they made me do
She
for
did a
those shows.
speech at Essence recently, and she was like, look, a lot of it didn't age well. I can agree to it. But what I do stand by is we change. I don't know.
Changed what?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What other reality competitions are even happening right now?
Well, there's plenty
American
in the past.
Idol?
I would win American Idol.
I think you would.
What about Dancing with the Stars?
Me. He can't dance.
You can't dance. Can you dance? When can you dance?
Do you think I can do anything? Oh, I can dance. I took movement class in college.
Well, the old people do movement classes, Nick, to stay alive. I went to the
That's a
gym with you. You
senior
have no
home activity.
body coordination.
I took movement class with Uncle Frankie.
I was in show choir, and I could do, if I'm taught how to
You
dance.
can't dance.
You think I can't do anything?
You can't, and that's not true. I said you can sing, you can draw, you can cook. But I can dance better. I would win
think I
Dancing
would
with
probably.
the Stars.
You know what? Can I just say for this one, we'd be equal.
Okay.
All right. Project Runway.
Me. no question.
Neither of us can sew.
I was-
I have better fashion sense. at
I was
least.
a fashion illustrator for a living.
Jesus Christ, if I hear that one more time. I have better fashion sense, but neither of us
You
can
are
sew.
dressed like the barefoot Contessa going.
And she's an icon. And she is the moment. Now, come on.
Now,
Now.
come on now.
You
You don't think
dressed,
You don't think I'm dressed well today?
I have told you
I was
twice
dressed by a stylist.
by
as
someone
well.
else. I was dressed myself, and I look
Dressed by Rainbow.
great.
All right. One for Nick. Nick, how would you do on Selling Sunset?
Nick would win. Nick would dominate Selling Sunset.
I would love to be on Selling Sunset. I would be such a Christine villain pot stirrer.
I'd be Amanda. Just kind of showing up every once in a while, like, I'm still here.
You'd be Davina.
No,
And
I
it's
honestly, who I would
It's
be,
not Amanda.
I'm
it's
Mary.
Amanza. Oh, you're married.
I'm married. And Mary infuriates me, and I know it's because it's something I see in myself. She's too sensitive to be the role that she was
You're
given.
both potatoes.
I would be.
Starbucks
But
is
I'm
right.
not Davina.
You're not Davina.
But you are Christine, and I'm
Christine.
Mary.
You're Mary.
I think I'm maybe a bit Chriselle, actually.
Maybe a little Chriselle.
I'm more Chriselle
That's
than
probably
Mary,
why
but I
I
have
don't
Mary
like her.
qualities to me.
Sure. So you're all the others, and then
I'm
I'm
not Davina.
Christine.
You're Christine. Especially at the wedding in the
No
black
one
wedding
is
dress.
Davina besides Davina. That's one of our most popular podcasts.
Yeah,
episodes,
it was like our third episode.
She
Or
liked it.
second episode.
Davina did, yeah.
She did,
commented
and so
on
did
it.
Christine.
Yeah.
All right. Glow Up.
Oh,
The makeup one?
Yes.
I like
I
that
met
show.
the British one
Yes.
because I met them. They came to my show in London. They
Both
were
of
so
them?
sweet. No, not the
Not the woman.
Yeah, what's her phrase?
All I can think is conflab, but no, she says, ding.
Dang dong. That's it. Yeah.
No, you met the mustache guy.
Yes, he was great. I honestly, in another world, because I was a painter, I know I'm trying to make it sound like I can't, but I'm just saying I'm bad at makeup. We saw me do Bob's makeup.
And I did better.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yes. But in another world, I think if I was trained because I was a painter and
You could probably
I
do
really,
it.
really do think at some level I would be good at makeup. Like
You
I
just
could,
can't now.
Yeah, but I've never learned how to. But yeah, I think in a way, like if I really like studied it,
Hmm. What about the Swan? Who would win at that? You.
what would they do to us?
What haven't they done to you?
Someone said in my video of me doing Bob's makeup, they go, I miss Matteo's old face. And I wanted to write back, I take that as a compliment.
And you're like, I don't.
I don't miss it.
No, you'd win at the Swan.
All right.
Though I feel like I kind of give Swan essence. The Black Swan.
Princess, the Swan Princess.
Swan Princess.
Which Jacob said was his favorite movie as a kid. It's okay. The Swan-
What is another reality show nowadays?
No, I like
Shark
this. Keep...
Tank.
First of all, I want to talk
Shark
to you about your
Tank.
project.
What would we pitch?
Could we think of an idea that we have to pitch?
Yeah. Come up with
God.
an idea.
Oh, I have a whole bit on save. I'm not gonna.
Okay, same. 'Cause I can't say it either. So we have to think of something new. What's something that we could invent?
Where's there an error in the market or something you're looking for?
Hmm.
What's something that's missing?
I don't know. I'm not a good inventor.
I should have thought of one.
I like to invent instead of a chord.
Clearly, our pitch is not going well, so
Yeah,
neither
I
of us
don't
would do
know.
well on this show.
Wait, let me pull up. Give
The
me
Voice.
Funny.
I think it's the same as like American Idol.
No, because
What would you
that
sing
is-
on The Voice?
I think I would do opera to gag them at first, and then from there, I don't know.
Disco.
Yeah. R&B.
I can't imagine you singing any kind of R&B
Yeah, I can't either.
Could you sing like One Sweet Day or something?
I don't think so.
Like, does your voice? But you can sing in different styles,
Right.
What
Maybe
kind of style? You
jazz,
can sing Broadway,
Broadway,
musical theater, classical, opera, jazz. Probably. You could do like a
Sure.
Frank Sinatra crooner. I'm sure you could
Sure.
fake it,
Michael Bublé.
right? But you couldn't do like you. Can you riff?
No.
At all?
No.
Leah de Putin.
Leah de Putin.
Wait, ready? Say, so, and I said, well, Dad, am I going to have to change my hair? I'm like, no. And he showed me these books from these stars in the 1930s. And showed me Leah de Putin in Alaf Shamba. By the way, I just want to say that I think some people know that we're joking with each other. Some people think we're actually screaming at each other.
What?
Like in the comments, people think that we're actually angry with each other.
We are. This is an abusive relationship.
We talk like 8 or 9 times a day.
Look at the curtains. I'm being held hostage.
Well, you're behind. Oh, it's both wicked behind us.
All right,
No
let's
one-
take you back. You're turning 16, and you get an
My sweet
appearance on my
16?
super sweet
Nick
16.
would dominate it.
Describe your perfect sweet 16.
I would be an episode they still watch today.
Yes. Yes.
Give me the rundown, Nick.
Well, we'd rent a large venue, and I wouldn't be happy until I got the one that we wanted.
Is this in your hometown?
Well, there's nothing in my hometown, so
The
no.
joke I'm trying to think.
I would
Hut.
want Olive Garden to cater. I would want a car.
What kind?
I don't know anything about cars.
Okay.
Same.
So a pretty one.
What color?
Silver.
Matte black.
Ooh. Nice.
And I would be ruthless on the guest list. I'd be one of those where they're like, kids are showing up just trying to get in. And I'd be like, sucks to suck.
So usually they do a thing to give out the all invitations to everyone. What would you do? Would you gather everyone?
He
and-
would get a guillotine,
Yeah.
like 17th century France, and
Yeah.
have people stand around.
And each person, they'd go up. And if it didn't go down and chop it off, they're invited.
Wow.
And if it chopped,
Fun.
sucks to suck. I'd have a costume change, at least 3. And I'd do
3?
And I'd do a performance.
Where would you buy the dress? This one girl we saw went to France. She was flown to Paris to get a dress.
Maybe Italy and New York.
Milan?
Maybe. Yeah.
What kind of
Milan.
dress would you wear?
I do different ones. I would
What's
do
the entrance dress?
real slutty.
Really?
Real-
I think you start big and then go slutty.
No, high slit. High slit.
Can someone Photoshop this, please? By the way,
High slit.
anyone with Photoshop powers out there, or I guess AI could do this too, please put Nick in this dress.
High slit, off the shoulders, sort of see-through bodice bustier.
But this is a question about what you
nipples
would wear
covered.
in my Sweet 16.
Right, but
Not
boobs-
today.
But boobs covered. That would be the first. The second one, when they bring out the cake, that's when I want
What's
it.
the cake?
Ice cream. You heard me. And that would be a ball gown of sorts. And then the
Is it
last
a one Carvel whale sheet cake ice cream with this? You don't
With
want like
Dina
a
Lohan
set. Oh my
wheeling it
god,
in.
that's the best story
and then
ever.
the last one is my club dancing dress.
So what's that?
Just short, sort of Hervé Leger bandage dress.
And
kind
what's the hair?
of. For the first slutty one, really voluminous. For the ball gown, up. And for the club dress, a tight fuck me pony.
God, Nick really thought about this.
Great.
Yeah.
Sounds lovely.
My parents aren't invited. Now that I guess they could come.
Diane has to go.
She'll come. All right, you're invited. But not everyone in the family is, and you know who I'm talking about.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
No, that's
so
fine. We're
And
good.
that makes sense.
You can wrap it up.
okay.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening to another episode of our podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please join our Patreon for behind the scenes content and bonus episodes every month. And please leave a review wherever you can leave reviews about the podcast.
And watch my special on Hulu and Disney Plus, Al Dente special.
And buy tickets to my show in Brooklyn once a month at Union Hall. Until next time.